All right. Today, what we are working on is our eye illustration. So, last week, what we finished was the contour line drawing. So you can see I have a completed line drawing, and this was just on a sheet out of my sketchbook. And what I'm going to do now is I need to transfer this to the mixed media paper so that we can begin the painting process for this illustration. So I have my drawing here, and I have my piece of transfer paper, and you can see my transfer paper is a little smaller than my sheet. And this is my chance today to change where I have things. So if I decide that this layout is gonna work for me, that's great. I can go ahead and leave it this way. The other thing I can do is I can think about moving things around, and that was something that I had thought about doing, was maybe moving the eye illustration up and kind of playing around with the layout. So this is my chance to do that as I'm moving it now to my mixed media paper. So here's my sheet of mixed media paper. And like I said, if I'm going to move things, this is my chance. And that is my serious internal debate right now. And something I'm going to have to figure out. But what I am going to do is go ahead and transfer this onto my sheet. I think I might go vertical and move my eye illustration up. So you can see I'm like replanning my page, mostly just because I wasn't happy with it. You guys probably are just fine with your page the way it was. So I'm going to need to transfer this now. And this illustration is quite complicated. A paper clip is a really great solution. So I could take a paper clip and slide it in here, and you guys had a paper clip in your kit on your final transparent sheets. Another thing you could do is you can take a little piece of tape. So I have my tape sitting here. And the reason for this is just so that if I don't finish right now, my illustration doesn't move. Okay, so I am going to transfer this, remembering, of course, that this is pressure sensitive. So if I have things that I want to turn out darker, things that I want to turn out lighter, if I push harder now, they go down onto my paper a little harder. If I push lighter, they go down onto the paper a little lighter. So that's kind of something that I can consider as I create this. So that is one thing I'm thinking about as I transfer. Really, this is your job today. These are gonna take a little while for us to transfer. And I want to make sure that you take your time getting this transferred down on the sheet of paper. And tomorrow we will talk about beginning the painting process. One thing you want to think about is I'm not going to be transferring any words right now. That text will go onto that separate sheet, the same as it has in all of our other illustrations. So I'm not worried right now about moving any text. If you're concerned about transferring this and that you might miss a section, transferring it like with your red ballpoint pen can be a really great plan because, well, it'll all turn red. So that's something you can think about, is transferring with a color, because then you'll know if you've gotten everything. Kind of wishing I had made that choice. Tomorrow, like I said, we'll start talking about the painting process. And this today is your job, is to have a finished line drawing down on the mixed media paper. So I can double check that this is working before I keep going. And yes, it is in fact working just fine. So I'm going to continue with my transfer. I'm going to go ahead and move my eye over here. And this is what you need to get done today in class.